That's Destiny.
Hi.
She's my friend from high school. And yesterday, my Humira came in the mail. And today, my nurse, Celeste, is coming to help me inject it. And I've already had like a minor anxiety. I wouldn't say attack, but a scuffle. I just had a moment because, you know, it's making all of this real to me, because before I just, you know,
It doesn't hit home until you're about to take your medicine.
yeah, until I'm about to inject this stuff into my body. 4 pins. So in the, like, I have everything laid out at this point, like the sharps container, all the information she gave me last time, my tripod to record the whole situation, and these are the 4 pins. I should probably take them over here. 4 pins I'm supposed to inject myself with. So yeah, and Janae just got off work. Destiny is staying with us tonight.
Hi.
So yeah, so they're gonna be here to.
And to give you a hug.
Don't hug me. Don't hug me. See, y'all like to touch me too much. So yeah, we're just waiting on her to call. She said 2:30. Oh, there she is. She's here. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
And do you have the practice pen I brought before? Perfect. All right. So you ready?
I think so.
As ready as you can be, right?
Pretty much.
In the box, there should have been alcohol swabs. Never mind. You got it.
Yeah,
right there.
they
Okay.
said so.
Okay. Also, in the actual box of medication, there's alcohol swabs too. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There's 2. Each of those is 2.
Okay.
So just so you know, they'll always have those.
Okay.
Eventually, it's not gonna. This will be the only time it comes in a box like that.
Mhm.
Next time, it's gonna come in little boxes of 2.
Okay.
And then they're slid in there, the alcohol swabs. So when you do these, first thing you want to do is check the expiration date. So July 2019. Normally one order is usually all the same, but I check it just to make sure.
Okay.
And then when you open these up, you want to look through this little window.
Mhm.
You want to make sure that the medication is clear, that it's not cloudy, there's no little particulates in it, nothing like that.
Mhm.
And when you tip it upside down, you're going to see a bubble come up. And then it's about to that black line.
Mhm.
Okay, so those are the things that you check first.
Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna set that down and go with this big one. Because I've almost once.
Messed up and did
Yes.
that one.
So these are labeled number 1 and number 2.
Mhm.
You're gonna hold it with number 1 up and number 2 down. You're gonna pull up on cap number 1. That's where the needle's gonna be. And then you want to pull down on cap number 2. The reason for that is if you flip it over and you pull up on this cap, sometimes it's kind of sticky and your arms kind of fling up and you automatically want to come back. I've seen people hit the cap on this and then it shoots the medicine.
Awesome.
But if you pull down, you're less likely to come back up. So just a trick. So let's say you're going to start on the thigh, okay? When you do the thigh, you're going to want to relax your leg out, just kind of rest it because it kind of loosens up that whole area. You're going to clean the area, and you want to go as higher on the thigh. People say is better, so I would like start right in here.
Okay.
So you're going to clean the area. Each area you use a new alcohol swab. If you accidentally touch the area after you clean it, you need to clean it again, and then don't touch it again until you're ready. All right, so let's just say it's clean. We're gonna flip this over. Now, some people like to hit their finger on it. Some people like to use their thumb. It's really whatever you're comfortable with. When you hit this button, watch in the window, this little yellow bar is gonna come down. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to watch that when you're doing the thigh. The abdomen's easy because you can just look straight down at it while you're doing it. So there's going to be some other indicators as to when the medication is done, and I'm going to, as when you do the first one, you're going to hear some things.
Okay.
It usually takes about 5 to 7 seconds for the medicine to go in, but if you can't see the little bar and you can't hear the noises that I'm going to tell you about, just to count to 10 to make sure. Okay. So you're going to kind of pinch up your skin like this, a good chunk. You're going to go straight in at a 90-degree angle. Now when you push down, you want to push until the gray part's touching your skin, not just the white. So like just kind of push down a bit. So you're going to go straight in. When you're ready, you're going to hit the button, and then you're going to hold. And during that time, the most important thing is once the medicine starts going in, it's going to burn a little bit. You're going to want to come up on it. That's going to be your natural reaction. You've got to keep pushing down. Just get through that 5 seconds. Once it's done, then you can come straight up on it. Now, like I was just at another patient's house. They had zero issue. They said, yeah, it burned just a little bit. It was no big deal. Everybody has different pain tolerances. So I explained the same thing to everybody. Some people are like, that was nothing at all. And others are like, ow, 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 while it's going. So, we'll just see what happens like for you.
Yeah.
So when you're done, you just pull straight up on it, and then it'll go directly into whole thing goes in the sharps container. The caps can just go in the garbage. So now this is just a practice one, but so you want to try the first one?
Okay, yeah, sure, let's get it done.
So go ahead and grab an alcohol swab. Once you do one, you're going to know what to expect, and kind of, and then once you do one on each spot, you're going to know what spot you like best too. So
these are small. Okay.
And that's perfect. Just go in a circle. So I would probably go like right in here, and you're actually going to
squeeze that way. Yeah, because that's
that way.
Yeah.
Yep. You got those nails. That's
You're
hard.
now.
Okay. So don't touch it after that. So here's the real one. So you're going to pull up on cap number 1. Yep. And then pull down on cap 2. So 1 up, 2 down. And then flip it over.
Watch it.
Well, we already did this one. We checked this one.
Right,
but I meant flip it over so it's ready to be held properly. So then get it ready in your hand without putting your finger on the actual button. Okay. Now go ahead and pinch up the skin. Now push pressure down until the gray part's touching. Okay. Now when you hit that button, I'm going to have you listen. There's going to be some little clicky noises and then a whoosh. When the whoosh is done, it's done.
Okay.
But once you hit the button, you don't have to keep holding the button down, but you can.
Okay.
Once you hit it, it's going to start going no matter what. But hold the pressure.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Okay, it's done. I heard it. There's just a little whoosh. So pull straight up on it. And you can let go of your skin. How was it?
It was.
That can go right there.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was weird. Like
it wasn't like horrific pain, but like there was it's different. You can kind of feel it going
a twinge,
in. Yeah, okay. And a drop of blood's normal. A drop of medicine is also normal. Do you have you don't want to use the alcohol swab because it's going to burn.
Yeah, I was just about to wipe it.
Yeah. If you got a little tissue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's normal to have like a little bump or something there. It takes a little bit for the medicine sometimes to soak in, but it will. So, and it might, when you go to do this, don't push hard on your leg because that hurts. Just kind of dab it. Yeah, there you go. Some people take it and they go like this and they're like, ooh, that was sensitive. So that wasn't bad for the thigh. So you may end up being a thigh girl, just so you know.
Yeah, because this stomach area might be a doozy.
Do you want to try the stomach next?
Yeah, let's go and get them.
Okay.
All right, so.
Because then you can do 2 more. If you decide you don't like the abdomen, we can do the other 2 on your thighs.
Okay.
Then.
Okay, hold on. So with writing the stuff down, are the lot numbers the same?
The lot numbers, so each one, usually on one order, they're going to be the same, but not always. But they usually are. But today, you're not going to need this probably because what the reasons you would need a lot number would be, number 1, if you had a side effect and you called me, I would need the lot number from you because I report it and they wouldn't know exactly what pen caused this side effect. The other would be like if you were to drop the pen on the hard floor after you opened it, we wouldn't want you to use it and we can usually get it replaced. Or if you accidentally hit that button and shoot the medicine across the room, we can usually get that replaced. But they're always going to want the lot number for those reasons. So if you want to write down, go ahead. That's this one's 109 0535. Yeah. And usually one order is because they're just they make so many in a lot.
I just like to have it. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do stomach next. Yeah, abdomen. So I would go ahead and, now I would shove your shirt under your bra to hold it up so that once you clean it, it doesn't fall back down on it and make it dirty.
You know all this.
I do.
Okay, we do this.
It's different with guys. I usually tell them if you want, just take your shirt off because then you know it won't, or they'll like hold it like this with their other arm, like it's just easier to take it off. Yeah. And you want to go at least about 2 to 3 inches away from your belly button. onto the side. So I would go like right
in
here.
between the scars.
Yes, yes. So never go on a scar and never go on like irritated skin, like rash or anything like that.
So, hold on, okay. Because I have eczema and sometimes I'll get patches, but it's not usually on my thighs or my stomach. So I just had to think about that real quick. Sorry. So circular motion in the area. This is probably gonna hurt, and it's crazy.
Because it's softer there.
Honestly, everybody's different, and it doesn't even matter about body shape. I've had patients that look exactly like you that love the abdomen, and I've had some that look exactly like you and love the thigh. There is no rhyme or reason to which one they prefer. Everybody's just kind of different, so. So it's clear, it's to the bubble, or to the line, okay.
It's so funny, as a kid, I used to like love shots, so I don't know why I'm so weird about this.
Down on two. Now this time, if you want to hold it to where you can watch the window, watch the bar, you can do that because it's easier to see on your abdomen. So as you hold it, just make sure it's up. Yep. Now this time you can probably go that way. Yep.
This way?
Yeah. Yep. Perfect.
To the gray parts on me.
Yep. And then you, there you go. Yep. Hold it down. Okay, and then pull it straight off. Okay, let go.
That one hurt.
Okay, so you're a leg girl. That's what it sounded like. So you only had a drop of medicine on there, which is totally normal.
Because I did release just a little bit.
But one drop of medicine's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're gonna be a thigh girl.
Yeah.
But now you know. You know what I mean? Now you know. So.
Yeah, now you can do the rest of them on your thigh.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's not even angry. Yeah. No.
You're halfway done. Today is the worst day. It gets better from here.
Do you know why the thigh and the stomach are the places that they are?
So for absorption, those are the areas that they found was the best absorption when they did the clinical trials. And now there are other areas that some subcutaneous shots can go in, but this one has only been approved for the thigh and the abdomen.
I'm mad now.
Hey, at least you know to not do your stomach anymore.
Yeah.
So
Because it could have happened where you did it and you're like, oh yeah, that was even better than the thigh. So
yeah,
it's good that you did it and got it out of the way and now you know. So. Relax that leg. Yep. And then go from the top this time. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I heard what you were talking about. That.
Yeah, that little whoosh. Okay. All right. One drop. That's totally normal. That's normal. And then, so the next one you do
Can I
needs
put
to
a
be.
bead back on this?
Yep, you can go back to the other side. Just go about 2 to 3 inches away from the first one you did.
Does sometimes like the side of the stomach change with it hurting or not? So it's the same pain? Okay.
Pretty much, I found that to be the case. I mean, I guess every body is different, but I would assume that it would be the same.
Because the only thing I was thinking of, because that's the whole surgery area, but I'm not even going to mess with it.
If the thighs are okay, I'd probably just
Stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so right there.
Okay, now.
Should I go higher or like lower? Like
Do not go toward the inside. That's going to be a lot more sensitive. Don't do
Okay.
that. So I would just go below it about 2 inches. Yeah, about right there. Last one. And the next time you're going to do 2, and you have to do 2 new spots. So next time you'll have to kind of remember where you did this, and you can go like a little bit below it here, and then maybe go a little bit higher on that side or something. You know what I mean? Just kind of get them just away from those locations that you did it today. You can technically go all the way down to above your knee, but people say it hurts worse down further, so I don't recommend that.
last one, best one.
Each time
And just so you know, the expiration date and lot number on it too, right?
Okay.
So, just I forgot to tell you that. turn your arm, keep going. Yes.
Oh, okay. This is so confusing.
So when you're doing your right leg, you're always going to be grabbing it upside down. When you're doing your left leg, you're going to grab it from the top, just because you're right-handed. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to come off slow or anything. You just come straight off.
Okay.
That's fine. You're done for today. And you're good for 2 weeks.
Okay. And this is supposed to last 6 to 9 months?
It will, yeah. Yep.
Oh, because I got
they laid out in
yeah.
there. So, yeah. Because today she does 4, and then 2 weeks from now she's going to do 2, but after that it's always 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it slows down.
And it's once a month or once
every 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And so it's always going to be on a Wednesday now. The only time that would change is if you had like a medical procedure where they had you stop it ahead of time and start it on some other day. Or if you get sick and your doctor wants you to either skip a dose or push your dose off like until your antibiotics are done or something like that. Those are the situations where your day would change. Other than that, it should always be every other Wednesday. Side effects wise, the little, like what you're seeing right now is probably about all you're gonna see, but it is possible for it to get a little itchy, a little bump right there. That's probably the most common side effect that we see. Some patients do get like a slight headache, but something that like Tylenol would take care of. And very rarely patients get a little nauseous. So, but those are probably the most common. Most of my patients don't have any side effects, but I mean, those are the most common. So, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, I'm going to be giving you a call tomorrow to check in and just make sure your first night went well. And then I'll check in with you the day before and after, at least your next injection.
Okay. And so with those, I would just try, okay, here's the question. Do they need to be around the same time each time?
Anytime during that day.
Okay.
So if next time you want to do it in the morning or at night, whatever. So if, let's say next time you decide, I'm going to do it as soon as I get up at 8 in the morning. Or whatever time you get up. You may want to take it out the night before and set it out on the counter so that it's room temperature as soon as you get up. Or let's say you're going to take it at night but you're going to be gone all day. You can take it out in the morning and set it on the counter so that it's at room temperature when you get home.
So if I'm doing it,
should be the 22nd, I think, is on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's the 22nd. Yeah, okay, so the 22nd.
I only know that because my last patient, we just had to figure this out.
So 22nd. Let me mark that and then
there's a little stickers in the front if you do want to use those, but you can just write on it. It's up to you. These would be the ones for the day that.
Let's just go ahead and take one for the fun of it.
There's no like special like diet changes they have to do and stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, you can keep eating whatever you've been eating probably.
That's what I plan on doing. Alright. 27.
Yep, there you go.
And today.
There you go. And there's a little thing if you want to mark it, the little ribbon thing if you want to keep it on that day so you don't have to find it every time. Yeah. There you go. That's so cute.
I'm gonna have like 6 days of that's how my life goes.
That's alright. Whatever works for you. So, well, if you need anything, just let me know. But like I said, I will check in on you tomorrow. And then after you use your next 2, you have 2 left, right? 2 more pens? Yes. It would have been right here, so. As it says first dose, second dose. There's usually 2 here and 4 here. So.
Yeah, and I only have 2 left in her.
Perfect. Yeah, so that gives you, it's really a month worth because you did these, 2 weeks later you're going to do that, and then it's another 2 weeks before you need it.
Right.
So after you use the next 2, you're going to call, here we go. The number should be right on here. Right there. You're going to call them. Just let them know that you need your next delivery. A lot of times they'll send you 3 months worth next time. Sometimes they only send 1 month. It's really depending on your insurance.
Okay.
So, yeah. But that's all you'll have to do. And I'll remind you of that too.
And these can be thrown away.
Yep, just in the garbage or recycling. Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Well, it was nice seeing you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Made this a whole lot easier than I thought it would be.
You know what? Most patients are very anxious about it, and then they do it, and they're like, "Well, that wasn't very I had a lady once that for 2 hours we sat there and she would not hit that button. She was so scared, and she finally did it. And she was like, "Well, that wasn't that bad." I was like, "I've
been sitting here for 2 hours."
It's just everything.
Like, everybody's different, and they get anxious about certain things, and it's something new. It's something you've never done, so it's totally normal to be anxious about it. So, you did great. You did a very good job. All right, you guys take care.
You too.
Yep.
That wasn't bad. Good
My
job.
leg hurts though.
You guys should just go lay down.
Yeah, I don't want to lay down.
I mean, just let it settle in.
Which means it's already sitting there. Okay, so people probably can't even see where I injected it at. So it's right here. Yeah, you can't see. So it's right here, and right here, and right here, and my stomach right there. But this hurt a lot.
Oh my god.
And I have all this trash to pick up, but yeah, like it hurt. Like I don't know, like I won't say like it went through my muscle, but like I felt it in my muscle.
Your skin.
Yeah, and it just like my leg tingled a little bit, and yeah,
It's over and done with. That's the best part. You don't have to do it for another 2 more weeks.
right. Let me
And
call
next
my
time
mom.
it's only 2 shots.